You are now listening to the Full Sport Press podcast, featuring hosts Jay Hove, Jeff, and Weezy. Please enjoy the show.
Greetings and salutations. I'd like to welcome everybody back, and some of you for the first time, to the Full Sport Press podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. This is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I'm Jay Hove.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
Weezy in the building. Say what's up, Weezy.
What's going on? What's going on?
How's everybody doing, man?
Doing good, sir. Good, man.
Yeah, it's rainy. Got a solid week. Your sinus has been bad this week?
Horrible.
Terrible, right?
Horrible.
Oh, man. Hey, listen.
Here we go with this.
Hey, camera's always on.
It's always on, though.
You got to keep pushing, too.
Man, no choice.
Hey, man. If it's early like this,
It's bad.
it's going to be bad, dog.
The summer's over. Like, this shit don't happen in the summertime.
Keep that same energy when you be like,
I always do.
You know what? Man, I don't know what's wrong. I'm down, bro. Anyway, speaking of you, Weezy, what we got on the show today, champ?
Today we're breaking down NFL careers cut short by injuries. No, we're not.
we're not.
Sure ain't doing that.
No, we're not.
Not at all.
Nah, we're not. Well, anyway, since he did that wrong, today,
We're breaking down.
yeah.
Today we're breaking down the best college football running back duo since 1996. FSP style.
Always FSP style,
Yeah,
Jeff. You
always.
better damn know it. Let's kick it off, man. Best of the week.
I got it, man.
Yeah, let's go.
My best of the week, Anthony Joshua handled his end of the bargain.
Yeah.
Knocked out Alexander Povetsky yesterday. It was a good fight, tough fight.
Yeah.
He was actually losing on a couple of cards.
He needed that.
He needed that. It was
Yeah.
good. Man. You know, shout out to the people who got that link for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hot link.
Yeah, hot link.
Hot link.
Pause.
Super pause. That's true. My best of the week, man. My Florida Gators beat the stuffing out of the UT Vols, 47-21.
Prime time.
I'm gonna get some shout outs. Shout out to Yoski.
Oh,
shout out to
God.
Kurt.
Oh, God.
Shout out to Reagan.
Oh, God.
Reagan called me for a bet.
Oh, God.
He called me. Hey, what's up with that bet? Okay.
Uh-huh.
We won 13 of the last 14 meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Go Gators.
Yeah.
That's how I'm gonna keep it light.
Yeah.
Keep
You
it
were
real
real
light.
excited about that.
Who was?
You were.
We got a victory dance. Shout out to YG.
Yeah.
We got a victory dance. He shook that, didn't he?
with the dress shoes and the white socks.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Shout out to
fun.
YG, man.
Yeah.
400. What about your best of the week, Weezy?
My best of the week. This weekend, man, I went to the African Street Festival, man.
For real? You in the rain?
Got my Wakanda on this
You
weekend.
should did, yeah.
Got my Wakanda on.
You get your
Me
shape
and
butter.
Mom Dukes went out there, had a good time.
For
man.
sure. Was it raining?
It rained out there
A little bit, for sure.
Got a little
Did you
shea
get
butter.
Some little shea butter. Hey, listen.
Got a
You
little
better
shea
have-
butter. I
yeah.
almost got some black soap, but I was scared of that.
Nah, you should have got the black soap. That's African Street Festival. We
Yeah,
gonna
it's
have
time
some
to get
black
it.
soap.
It's time to get
Yeah.
it. Pure black soap.
You get some Louis Vuittons down there, too. You
Mhm.
get
There
that
was
Louis
some
Vuitton.
Louis down there, but I missed out on the Louis. Saw some Louis down there for
Oh,
sure.
some Louis
Belts
down
and all, right?
Oh man, saw some Louis. Louis, $25 down there for sure.
We kick it right back to you, man. What's your worst of the week, Weezy?
My worst of the week, my Vanderbilt Commodores let me down.
They did.
I was
Fighting, though.
I was talking big boy stuff in the FSP chat,
Yeah, he was.
and
It's
it
the
didn't
real
work
deal,
out.
Chad.
The real deal chat. It didn't work out for me.
Yeah.
It didn't work out for me.
What's your worst of the week, Jeff?
Man, Adrian Bronner, man.
So he's your best of the week one week. Now he's
Yeah.
your worst of the week.
He's having a rough week on social media.
Okay.
Life is coming to Adrian Bronner real fast.
Yeah.
Contemplating suicide on some post.
Mm.
No, he ain't.
Oh, it's bad. He was asking for money on his Cash App on another post.
Mm.
Then another post said, "Y'all never understand what it's like to be famous. I'm glad I changed my mind about killing myself. Like it's rough. I don't know what's going on. He needs a
Shout out to
friend.
AB, man.
He needs a friend.
For sure.
What flow with that?
They haven't been friends for a while.
Nah, he can cancel that friendship.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah, he needs a friend,
Yeah.
man.
Shout out to AB, man. Godspeed. Praying for that dude, man.
Yeah, for real.
My worst of the week is Jimmy Garoppolo, man.
Ooh.
Look like he tore his ACL.
Mm.
He's gonna start fresh next year, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
McKinnon goes down.
Yeah,
Then a number one.
yeah,
QB goes down.
yeah. You can join the Bills Mafia.
Oh no, I'm good.
Oh, you how never did mafia. I didn't see that one coming today though.
Hey, look, we're not. Never mind. Anyway,
Jeff,
Yeah,
wait.
No, wait. We're not that good. Minnesota just looked past
They
it.
was
They
bad.
Oh, okay.
was waiting on third. No, hell no. We
Okay.
are trash. They was looking past the Thursday night against the Rams.
But your quarterback looked alright, right?
Man, we are trash, dude. I don't know how that happened today, but I'll take it.
At least your quarterback didn't tear his damn ACL.
All right.
And Jordan.
Make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, Instagram, Google Play, Stitcher, Beyond Pod, YouTube, and of course, the SoundCloud page to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP. Simply search Full Sport Press Podcast. And after you do that, check out the On Deck TV Hip Hop podcast with Animal Brown and Spike Lee each and every Wednesday. This week's show is the most overrated albums episode.
Most definitely.
Them boys is going for the controversy right now.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. They clickbait.
Sheesh, I ain't gonna say it's clickbait. I ain't gonna do them like that.
I hope you edit that.
I ain't gonna do them like that.
Nah,
It's some albums on there that didn't deserve it.
Come on. You got Illmatic, one of the best albums of all time, man.
Oh,
No, who said that? I'm not even a big.
You know who said
you know
that.
who said that.
Lou.
Yeah.
Come on, Lou. I knew
Come
that.
on, man.
Yeah.
That's one of the best albums of all time,
Yeah.
man. You can't say it's overrated.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the most overrated album that, in my eyes, is no question To Pimp a Butterfly. It's insanely overrated.
Okay.
Not an album for me. A lot of people say 5 to 10 years from now, you listen to it, kind of similar to how 808s and Heartbreak was. I heard somebody talking about that.
Okay.
Said they heard it in a different time, space, and it was like, you know what? It's a lot better. I've tried to listen to Pimp a Butterfly maybe 10 times since it's been released. Still, no, I can't get with it. Nah, it ain't for me. But to say Illmatic, dog, come on. Not even.
Is J. Cole album on there?
Nobody even rated that one. I mean,
Really?
shit. I mean, which one you talking about? For Your Eyes Only?
Yes.
Man, it's trash. Nobody talks about that, right?
The one high album ever seen.
Well, if that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
The Ladies Room podcast, man. Check out Rizzo and Anne Marie to find out what the ladies are really talking about in the Ladies Room. The latest episode is up right now. Catch up on past episodes and follow Ladies Room podcast on IG and Facebook. One time for Coach Locke.
Shout out to the ladies.
Shout out to the ladies, man. First, for those, me and my dog Animal Brown is a self-help fashion podcast directly related to improving everyday fashion. Catch our latest issue. Issue 31 is up right now. Directly for the culture. Follow our show IG page at Fresh for Dummies. Simply search Fresh for Dummies on all your social media handles. Easy to find. YouTube.com/Realville. Wear your kicks and cop responsible.
Had a rough Fresh for Dummies weekend.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I don't think anybody. Only person I know got successful with that Locke.
Really?
Locke get Jordan ones, man, all the time. Dog.
You got both of them?
Shit, nah, he ain't even try for both, but I guess, I don't know, man. He's get, hey, lucky dude, man.
I struck out.
He got a $2 bill in his wallet.
Man, I struck out on both.
That's
That's join the club, man.
I'm out about that. That's really the one I wanted for the year. I wanted both of those.
You wanted both of those?
I wanted both the greens
and
and
tried. Yeah. Very unsuccessful.
We can get them though for you, Jeff.
Yeah.
No, I ain't really
You got to
doing
spend a little bit. We can get them for you.
Yeah, resale is crazy.
Yeah, I ain't really doing
it's like $400 for the purple one.
Yeah.
$325 for the green.
You want them?
It's trash.
You want
You paying for everybody? Yeah, I want to pay side. Yeah.
Everything paid for.
You want to do it?
them?
Let's do it.
Side sweat.
Right before we start the first half. Yeah. Let's do it.
Right before we
Yeah.
Pull them up.
Anyway, you can read up on your favorite FSP co-hosts, purchase your FSP merchandise, and catch up on past episodes from the shows we just mentioned, and much, much more. How do you do that, you ask Weezy? Just simply search www.realvillemedia.com. Tell a friend to support the real. OMG!
Most definitely RMG. We got 10 good wrestling seconds, Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get it going.
All right, so Hell in a Cell was last week. It was better than I thought it was going to be. Can't lie. I was actually entertained.
Okay, you talk bad about
Yeah,
it.
I was not waiting on that last week at all.
Yeah,
but
no.
definitely was something to watch.
Okay.
So it set up a triple threat Universal Championship match at Super Showdown in Australia.
Okay.
Coming up at the end of this month between Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, and the champion Roman Reigns. Don't want to see that,
Right.
but they're trying to sell tickets. They're trying to sell a 100,000 seat arena. Excuse me. So they got to put the big stars in the match. But I got a question for you guys.
Talk to me.
So the NWA, which is you remember that's where Ric Flair.
Oh, yeah,
Ric Flair
yeah,
started
yeah.
and
Ric Flair
resurging or whatever.
Right.
They'll be in Nashville on
Okay.
October 21st.
Yeah.
Champion Cody Rhodes will be here. Y'all going with me?
Yeah, we'll go. Let's pull up.
Get the fairground.
FSP style. Cameraman, you ready? Yeah, you ready? Okay. Let's pull up.
That's all right.
At the fairground.
Yeah, the fairground.
Yeah, we're going to pull up. Yeah, nobody listen to nothing way. We're going to pull up.
Yeah, no,
I'm sorry, what happened?
Listen, no, we're going to pull up.
I don't invite y'all tonight?
Nah, cameraman down.
I was about to say,
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we don't want to talk about y'all right
Yeah.
immediately.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Huh?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Gucci Roll?
Gucci Roll. He said Gucci Roll.
Yeah, that's
Nah,
definitely.
we're going to keep that.
Yeah,
In case you missed it, man.
I was on Gucci Roll.
Yeah, they definitely went. In case you missed it, man. Weezy, I got you again this week, man.
I love you.
Yeah, it looks like Anthony Davis has signed with Clutch Sports.
Mm-hmm.
Clutch, of course, is ran by Rich Paul, LeBron James' agent. Clutch's roster now includes John Wall, Ben Simmons, DeJounte Murray, the Morris brothers, and, of course, the new signee, Anthony Davis. Now, he has 2 years and $52 million left in his contract with the Pelicans plus a $29 million player option for 2021. Big signing for Clutch, for sure, for the
gives
future.
it that start when
Oh,
LeBron
yeah,
is
when
done.
LeBron is done.
Yeah.
They got Ben Simmons.
Yeah, I saw that come through this morning. Is Clutch Sports, are they really that good? Or he just get the best players?
He's not getting the best players. But
Anthony Davis can pretty much do what he
top
wants.
five. Yeah, he's top
He can do
five.
what he wants.
Top
LeBron
three,
can do what he
shit.
wants.
Yeah, now he has John Wall. He
John
got Ben
Wall?
Simmons, who's the future. He's setting himself up nice post LeBron. Man.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
what he doing.
That's what he do. Most definitely. Appreciate that, Weezy, in case you missed
Oh man, hey.
anytime. Question of the week, fellas.
let's do it.
$25,000 cash in your hands right now in
Okay.
that box right there next to cameraman. Here's the thing, though.
Uh-oh.
Your porn search history and times of use become public on all of your social media for the last 10 years. Are you doing
Oh
it?
shit, I'm out. Shit. Last
So,
10 years.
Search history and times of use. 25 grand.
Now, I'm with that.
Yeah, count me in.
10 years ago? Like, I can't go. Come on, man. 10 years ago?
10 years, hey, up to 10 years. 25 cash. I'll take that 25.
I'll take that 25.
Give me 25 cash.
Hey.
A lot of consistency on my search history.
I know for sure. Yeah, for sure. Hey,
I
search
can't go back 10 years.
I mean, you searched some bullshit.
I can't go back
I
10
mean, you searched
years.
some bullshit.
I just hit my you live and you learn. I can't go back 10 years, though. You wasn't helping me out 10 years ago. I was out here.
You was
I had to
doing.
grow up. Woo! Nah.
Hey, man.
I don't need that 25.
You don't need that 25.
Nah.
What about for 50?
Nah, I can't go back 10 years.
Oh,
my God.
There's some filth in there.
It's
Let's
some
move.
filth.
Some filth
Oh
in there.
my goodness.
Goodness gracious. Keep it coming, man. fullsportpress@gmail.com. We appreciate that one. You know we already gave that one.
Lord have
That was a
mercy.
solid one, man. Tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. And more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
Tell a friend with questionable search history.
Man,
My friend has been there 10 years.
tell a friend, man, about that Full Sport Price podcast. The revolution will be podcasts. Before we get started the first half, you got a poll question for the listeners, Weezy.
Yeah.
Let the people hear it.
This week's poll question is, which first-year football coach, college football coach, will end up having the best turnaround?
No,
First
10 year.
10-year
Uh-huh.
at their respective school.
Right.
Willie Taggart, Jeremy Pruitt, Chip Kelly, Scott Frost.
Okay. Now, before we go ape shit about these first year coaches, you have to also
that's a rough
think.
one.
Yes, so you have to also think now that Nick Saban started out 76.
Exactly.
Went to the Independence Bowl.
Absolutely.
You have to make sure that people are getting their players in that can play
To run
their system. So you have to give them 2 years max, maybe 3.
Maybe.
Yeah, sometimes
Clear the
3.
cupboard out a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. But I think who will have the best run at their respective tenure, I think for sure, there's no question, it's going to be Scott Frost.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I still go
his
Scott
leash is going to be
He's
the
the
longest
longest.
out of everybody.
Yeah.
Nebraska hasn't been good since, let's keep it a buck,
Forever.
Consistently good, what, 90s?
90s.
Maybe?
For sure.
Consistently
Tommy
good.
Frazier's,
Yeah.
Eric Crouch
Right.
days. So, let's just Tom Osborne days. Let's just keep it real. Tom Osborne.
Consistently good. They have a year or two when they pop up.
Yeah.
But
So,
I'm also worried about Chip Kelly, too, though.
yeah, I mean, because you look at, this is the thing, the league has caught up with Chip Kelly.
Right.
Everybody does the exact same
exactly
thing.
the same thing.
Yeah, so before Chip Kelly was the person that invented it. Now in turn, everybody does it.
But
So
can he switch it up? Can he do anything else?
that's all he knows.
See, that's what I'm saying.
And so in turn, I think what's the hottest seat though? I think because the expectations are so high at that school, because that's the last team on the list that's actually competed for a championship.
Yeah.
So yeah, the hottest seat is Willie Taggart, and
He
he's
got
black
players.
too. He got
got players.
Where?
no, there's some
He
players.
got players,
No, you got
man.
some players there. There's
Florida,
some players
he get players.
No. He's recruiting well for next year. We're looking good coming in next
He
year.
got players on that team today.
He has a few.
He got some
Not,
players
not,
there.
not, I don't want to go deep dive again, but not enough to run the offense he wants to run.
Yeah, for sure. You got to give him time, but
But he has players for that team.
most definitely.
The
Yeah.
team also went 6 and 7 last year.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they gave up on Jimbo.
Yeah.
And Jimbo gave up on them at the same time. It was time for a good.
He break down both ways.
They did.
Jimbo got paid.
For sure, Jimbo got
He
it.
got paid.
Hell yeah.
He did.
Yeah, cheaper to keep it too because he's going through that divorce. So
Mhm.
that's what it's about. You ready to start this first half, fellas?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
The first half is underway.
First half here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. We go over the hottest sports news of the past week before we start on J Hope.
Boy, Big Jeff.
I'm Weezy. What's poppin'?
Weezy, where can they find you at on social media, champ?
I'm FSP_Weezy on IG.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm at Weezy on Twitter.
Most definitely. What about you, Jeff?
J Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
Most definitely. And I'm J Hove, man. Kingdom's Lock. But it's a free conversation. Very free.
It's
on
free
Twitter.
game.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
You on Facebook?
Chill.
Damn. I'm gonna get fined for that shit.
Cameraman, FSP_cameraman.
Yeah, it's out there.
Yeah, on all
Cameraman
social
out
media.
here.
Yeah, for sure. We out here.
Lord have
Cameraman,
mercy.
live
Floodgates.
Yeah, for sure.
Floodgates.
Yeah, for sure. FSP_cameraman. Can't miss it.
Cameraman out here, y'all. Woo.
Shout out to
Hide your
Kim.
kids. Hide your wife.
Chill. FSP_.
Cameraman.
Hey, y'all putting them out. Y'all better chill.
Camera's always on.
You gonna get an email tomorrow. Watch. Who does the cameraman?
Yeah, for sure. You know that's going
Gonna be in HR in no time.
That'd be edited. That got to a little bit of it.
A lot of that.
Lot of that. He said, keep going. All right, man. Let's get the first half off with some football talk, college football style, man. College football recap, week 4. Give me some winners and losers. We'll start off with the winners. Weez, what you got?
Oh, Stanford, man.
Stanford's a winner for you.
Yeah. Came back from 17-0.
Yeah.
17 points in the fourth quarter.
Most definitely.
To come back and win that game.
Yeah.
The boys got hard.
Bryce Love, man.
Mhm.
Came back, showed his true heart. What about you, Jeff? You got another one?
Texas.
Texas. Okay. Yeah.
Texas look good.
Texas look good.
Definitely look good. Last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
That was a big win for him in the
Herman
second
needed
half.
that. Yeah. Shout out to Herman.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was that nice. He'll be straight.
Yeah, I'm just going this week.
Yeah, not this week. My winner is Notre Dame. They beat Wake Forest. Of course, that's nothing special, but I think they figured out their actual quarterback. Ian Book, he was 3 for 25. 325 passing yards.
Yeah.
And they won 56-27. Damn, Wake. Wake used to be a problem.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, though.
But
Georgia Tech was solid. Wake. Damn.
Wake got a freshman on this monster.
They got a monster freshman.
Wide receiver.
Yeah.
Number 19.
Yeah. Ready to go.
Ready to roll.
Yeah. What about another winner? Anybody else got another winner?
unanimous. That was Dominion, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the most meaningful win in that school history. Yeah. Damn.
That's rough.
Look at Bobby Wilder, man. And had his team ready, man.
Yeah.
The Monarchs, man.
Man, shout out to him.
Stay ready.
You ain't got to get ready.
Man, you better know it. My second win was the Buffalo Bulls. Listen, man. Motivated, man.
Yeah.
4-0.
Yeah.
Hey,
Best team in Buffalo.
Hey, come on, man. Now I get it. Listen now. It was against Rutgers, but a win is a win. 42-13.
Yeah.
4-0.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Buffalo Bulls, man.
Man, best team in Buffalo.
My other winner was Alabama, man.
Of course.
Just,
come on.
they blowing people out.
Hey, keep it above.
They look
No,
unstoppable.
let's talk about Tua. Talk about
They look unstoppable.
that. He is.
Yeah,
Come on,
man,
give him some
man.
jet.
Well, he looks
Give some
good.
credit.
He looks good.
Okay.
That team looks amazing. He looks
The
good.
only thing I seen that I could knock on his game, the touch on his long ball. But other than that, that's a pause. Ain't
That's a heavy ball.
it? The touch on his long ball.
Oh my God! Double down on it.
We're gonna edit that for real.
No.
Don't do it like
We're
that.
gonna keep that.
I'm sure you is.
Let's move on to the losers, man. Go ahead, Louise. You got a loser?
Oh, Virginia Tech, for sure.
Yeah. That's it. It's just embarrassing, man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you get past Florida State, and then you're rising up number 10 in the country, and then you lose to the Monarchs.
To the Monarchs.
Come on, man. My losers, Boston College, man. I was bragging on their quarterback.
Yeah.
I was bragging on their damn running back, A.J. Dillon, and then you lose by 17 to Purdue.
Yeah.
Who was winless
Yeah.
prior to that game, man.
Yeah.
So, they still get 8 and 9 wins, but it was a big loss for the whole ACC, and especially for Boston
ACC had a
College. Rough week.
Yeah.
For sure. Anybody else got to lose?
Oregon's clock management.
Yeah. Damn, Oregon.
They could have run the clock down to about 10 to 15 seconds instead of if he would just kneel the ball every
Victory
play.
formation.
But
They
he
fumbled
ran
it.
yeah.
No.
Fumbled
No. Stanford still had timeouts.
No, he had to run the ball.
He had to run the ball.
Like he could have just kneeled. If he would just kneel the ball every time,
Mhm.
and that
No, but
last
Stanford
one,
had a timeout.
but they would have ran out of timeouts
Yeah, ran out of
on the third down.
Yeah.
He only had 2 left.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
You
you.
see what I'm saying? He could have kneeled to the first 2 and then ran the clock down the third one.
Yeah.
And then instead of that, he ran the ball. And
I got a loser. They didn't lose, but I got a loser.
Talk to me.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Really?
Yeah, I think they just looked ahead. Just like
Yeah,
the
but
Vikings looked ahead against Buffalo.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
No, they did. I said, I'm with
Just
you.
look ahead. Yeah, you can just look ahead.
The Army's not bad.
I mean, hell no.
Army's tough to deal with in the regular season.
Hell yeah.
That offense they run,
But you
dominate your knees.
you don't schedule that game in the middle of the season.
That's
Yeah,
rough, man.
Yeah, you do.
No, you schedule the first.
That's the first game.
That's
That's
the first
game 1 or 2.
Yeah, but you don't schedule.
Nah,
It's week 4.
And then next week you go into your conference.
play.
You
nah,
don't
you don't
schedule
do
it.
that.
That's tough.
I agree with you on that.
But they were already looking ahead. That was just one of those things. Louisville is my last loser.
Okay.
Everybody thought that Louisville would struggle past Lamar Jackson, except for Bob Petrino. Stop chasing them hoes, Bob. And he said that the team will be better and more balanced on the offensive side.
That's what he said.
But they have scored 80 points in 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So, and then you lose to Virginia, 27-3. You couldn't even score. Come on, Bob. What we talking about?
Yeah, act like Lamar Jackson and Lamar Jackson.
Okay, that's all I want to talk about.
That's crazy because Bob Petrino is one of the best play callers in college football.
He ain't got no players.
It's crazy.
That's how good Lamar Jackson was. Most definitely. Let's go through our college football players of the week, man. We got week 4.
I got Mackenzie Middleton.
Okay.
Same guy.
Yeah.
Same guy. 21 for 32, 306, 3 touchdowns. He also ran 3 touchdowns too.
Most definitely, man.
Monster.
And he was, since I had the same person, he's a team leading rusher too.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's your quarterback.
Yeah, that's your quarterback.
Yeah, for UCF.
Man, most definitely. I got 2. One on offense, one on defense.
Okay.
Benny Snell, of course, Kentucky. Scored all the points for the Kentucky Wildcats, on the team to beat the Florida Gators this year. What is he average? Over 6 yards per carry? Come on, man.
Yeah.
He's running.
He's running the ball.
Hey, for sure. And last but not least, my defensive side of the ball. Dude from Oklahoma had 28 tackles. Come on,
Come
man.
on now.
Come on, Kenneth Murray.
He's everywhere.
Hey, man. You all over the field, brother.
Who blocking him,
Man,
dude?
it's the Oklahoma record, man. Come on, man. You got 28 tackles?
Man.
Come on, man. Shout out to him, man.
That's
Nobody getting 28
People don't do that in 3 games.
Hell no. 28 tackles in 1 game.
It's a lot of yelling from the
damn
sideline.
right.
Who man is that?
Man, who the hell is... Where in the hell is... Who is Kenneth Murray again on the tackle? Kenneth Murray. Kenneth Murray and on the tackle.
You guessed it. Kenneth Murray. You guessed it.
You guessed it.
All right, man. Let's move on to the FSP Fantasy Football Update.
That was some good news.
All right. Well, we'll start off with Show Me Them TDs. Shout out to DB. First last place for 2 years. Shout out to AB. Yeah. AB is up 66-50. Yeah, DP is looking too good for you right now. We're gonna keep your head up, brother. All right. We're gonna move on to Cam Newton's exposed Achilles versus Wayne. Shout out to Coach Wayne. Yeah. Cam Newton exposed Achilles. Not looking too good for you out there. Down 101-86. And that looks to be just about over.
Uh-oh.
The matchup of the week. Both teams 2-0. Winston Eye Exam, myself, versus A Royale with the Cheese.
Shout out to Twin.
Shout out to Twin. It's 105 me, 96 Twin. Twin done for the day.
He move on.
Let me take it back. He has a Robert Wood in the game right now. So that's and I got Golden Tate left. So,
And you got Todd Gurley.
I got Todd Gurley in the game right now.
You know I want to Todd Gurley. I'm hard about that joke for real.
What are you happy about?
Because you know I wanted Todd Gurley. But go
Check
ahead.
I'm not gonna draft Todd Gurley.
You shouldn't. Go ahead.
You don't own Tiger Early, man.
All right.
You ain't even playing, bro.
I don't give a shit. Say what the hell I want.
Moving on to Urban Meyer's faulty memory. Shout out to D. Harris versus the Auto Pick All Stars. D. Harris is up 103-74. The Auto Pick All Stars have James White and Ezekiel Elliott in the game right now. Yeah. D. Harris has Mike Evans and Trey Burton in the game right now. Mike Evans coming up on Monday night. So, like, it's going to be a win for Mayor's faulty memory. And you choose a side.
Uh-oh.
Shout out to Weezy. Versus the Squeakers. Weezy's up 127-115.
Oh, shit, that ain't enough.
Yeah. But you got a couple people left. You need this win, though, Weezy. I'm going to be real with
You ain't got to tell me.
you. Okay. Yeah. Booby Spin, Coach Brown. Versus Now Watch God.
Now watch God hard. Now watch God all year.
You like that.
Now Watch God is actually up 93-75.
Man.
That Stafford still left. And you got Keenan Allen in the game right now. It's looking rough for him.
Yeah.
And Jesse James from the Pittsburgh Steelers left. So shout out to that. That's our FSP Fantasy Football Update for week Week 3.
Week 3.
Yeah,
week 3, man.
Whew.
Let's keep it in the NFL, fellas.
Okay.
Let's do it.
There were a lot of crazy moments in the NFL last Sunday, but I don't think any of them topped what happened in Buffalo. At halftime of the Bills' 31-20 loss to the Chargers, Vontae Davis, the brother of Vernon Davis, decided he didn't want to play football anymore. So he quit the team and retired from the NFL mid-game. Now, Davis stated he was able to pinpoint the exact time he made the decision. Quote, he said it came 47 seconds left in the first half, just after the Bills had cut the lead 28-6. He said he went to the bench after that series and he said, and I quote again, I don't belong on the field anymore. Just before halftime, Davis went up to the Bills defensive backs coach John Butler and told him, quote, I'm done. Now, fair or foul for Vontae Davis to quit in the middle of a game.
That's foul. You don't quit in the middle of the game. You've been professional this whole long. Just finish it out.
At least don't quit the game.
Yeah,
Say I got a headache, migraine, something, and quit after the game. Don't quit in the middle of the game. Don't quit on your teammates. You don't want to go out like that.
After the game, you
don't want to go out like that,
I'm done.
You don't want to go out like that.
Right. Because that's how people are going to remember Vontae Davis now.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I'm happy.
Yeah,
We've played better since he quit.
Yeah, Vontae Davis still can play.
No, we played a heck of a second half in that game, and we won today.
Because it's
cool. It's cool with me. Like, it was funny. It was a great joke when people sent me the memes and hit me up on Twitter and all this other stuff. I am a Bills fan. I got to deal with that. You know what I mean? Here's my thing. Football is tough.
It is.
So, and everybody knows that. That's kind of the obvious thing.
Right.
If you don't love football and you out there playing, you risking yourself getting hurt or hurting somebody.
Yep.
Get out the way.
right.
So I'm not mad at him.
No, for sure.
I hate the way he did it, just leaving at halftime.
That's all I'm saying. Nothing wrong with quitting.
Clean out your locker.
Yeah.
Because I know if one of them corners get hurt for the Rams and they give him a call, Vontae Davis going to go out there and play.
No, but I tell you, he would never get
No, he won't get a call no more.
Yeah.
I'm saying, if one of those players get hurt, one of those corners get hurt, and they give him a call, I'm just saying, if they would, he gonna go play for the Rams.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, and this is what I'm telling you. Vontae Davis is done. You can't quit like that. Not like that.
No, I know he's finished. I'm just saying, if he got a call and say, "Hey, the Rams are calling you,"
that's what I'm telling you. They would never call
crazy.
To steal one of your you're saying, he'll be a hard sell.
Yeah.
For a general manager
How the hell
to get on ownership and say, we should bring him in.
And
then
he
quit in the game.
Now, granted, he was playing for the Buffalo Bills, and when he signed with this team, he knew what he was getting into.
Yeah.
And I think he looked at the scoreboard 20-6. I'm out here risking my life. Yeah. You know what? It ain't worth it. And that's his fault.
And the funny thing is, he waited until his money was guaranteed. That's going to hurt him. At that point, anything's going to hurt. Because Buffalo's going to come back trying to get that money from him.
You know that is.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because you know, once you make the
the team
to 53-man roster, you get the guaranteed contract.
Right.
So he was inactive week 1.
Mm-hmm.
He was active this game, quarter and a half. Got his money. Direct deposit cleared.
Yeah.
He got the app sitting on his app. Go get him out of here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to the Bills Mafia, baby.
Yeah,
Going through tables today.
See.
Anyway, let's move on to Weezy's boy. LeBron James is finally working on the sequel to Space Jam 2. He's recruited director Ryan Coogler. He's the director of Black Panther, one of Weezy's favorite movies, and the upcoming sequel to Creed 2. And he also served as one of the producers for Space Jam 2. Terrence Nance of HBO's Random Acts of Flying. Have you checked that out before?
No.
That's a different show.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like
different show. Yeah. Comes on Friday nights at midnight.
Yeah,
it's a rough watch, but it's cool though.
Nah, it ain't.
He'll be the director of Space Jam 2.
Yeah.
All right. So they're going to start production at the end of the season in 2019.
Mm-hmm. Probably
be released sometime in 2020.
For sure.
My question to y'all is, who's going to be the Monstars this year for Space Jam 2? So remember, Space Jam 1 was Pat Ewing, Sean Bradley, Larry Johnson, Charles Barkley, and Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah.
Who they got this time?
I say Joel Embiid.
I think KD's going to be in there.
Ben Simmons.
You gotta get personalities.
Yeah, for sure. I know Isaiah Thomas will be Muggsy Bogues.
Definitely.
That's a good answer. Yeah, he knows something.
Here's who I had. I had Embiid, Isaiah Thomas, Chris Stapps for Sean Bradley.
I like that. I got Boban, Big Boban.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Probably makes better sense. Yeah. I picked Chris Stapps.
Yeah, for sure. No, I got you.
James Harden for the beard.
Yeah.
And probably Zion.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Oh, for the
I can
bounce.
see that.
Yeah, for the bounce. More bouncing house.
If you look at the timeline for Space Jam 2 in 1998, Michael Jordan turned down the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
In 2006, there was a sequel rumored with LeBron. That was the first year we heard about it.
Yeah.
2007, it was a direct-to-DVD rumor.
Yeah.
And then 2011, KD was rumored to take the lead.
Yeah.
In 2015, Warner Brothers and LeBron reached the deal. 2016, Justin Lin said he was coming in to direct. In 2018, which you reported just now, it'll be out by 2020. So, Boban, I like Boban on there, man. Have you seen Boban dance?
Got some funny stuff.
Yeah, Boban is.
Yeah,
Two questions. Y'all go see it first weekend.
No.
Now what? Maybe.
No.
I got a nephew and niece. By the time he hooping now, shout out to that.
Yeah, shout out there.
Second question. Will we see Michael Jordan?
No. Fuck no. I'm not. Michael
No,
Jordan.
Michael Jordan will not make.
Michael Jordan is not getting off his couch for less than $1 million.
He's not putting his
Yeah,
He said he will not be an appearance in this movie.
No. It will not be the new Michael. It'll be maybe like a hologram or something.
Yeah, show the old game.
Yeah, no. Michael Jordan's not. Hell no. It's not.
I don't know.
Nah, it's rap. Let's keep it in the NBA, man.
Okay.
Jimmy Butler, man, he's requested a trade from the Minnesota Timberwolves 1 year after Minnesota sent Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, and that pick became Lauri Markkanen to the Bulls. Now, Butler's relationship with both head coach and President Tom Thibodeau and young players such as Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins seem to be fractured beyond belief. Now, the Timberwolves haven't sniffed the postseason until Butler showed up.
Right.
And it was basically his presence that snapped the playoff drought dating back to KG's tenure with the T-Wolves. One question with you guys. Here we go. We must consider who is to blame for this fractured relationship. Who's the major person that we blame?
Wow.
Let's go through a couple of people.
It's-
What
I
about
don't know.
Tibbs?
No, because he likes him. I don't think Jimmy Butler has anything against Tibbs.
Yeah.
I've heard it,
Yeah.
but until I see that, because that was Chicago, then he comes to Minnesota, the same thing. I don't think that's it.
I think the way that Tibbs has constructed this team, bringing back players that can't play anymore, that play for the Bulls.
Minnesota Bulls?
Yeah, the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Wolves needed a leader. They got that in Jimmy.
Yeah.
I think the person that's to blame primarily is Jimmy Butler. This is a guy who eats, sleeps, whatever, basketball.
Right.
Always looked at as a overachiever, underdog type of player. Wasn't as decorated as you would say Cat or
Right.
Wiggins coming into the league. So he built that character and expected everybody else to live the exact same way. They don't.
Yeah.
It's just humanly impossible for somebody to work as hard as Jimmy Butler does.
It's almost like the Kobe and Shaq thing all over again.
It's not that good.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not saying dominant
Right. I
wise.
see what
I'm
you're
just
saying.
saying his personality.
Yeah.
He in the gym working out. Shaq,
Yeah.
Shaq ain't. He gonna play his way into shape.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Butler just didn't get along with that.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta look at Cat too. Cat needed to be pushed. Some people retract to being pushed though.
True.
So offense hasn't been his problem. It's been primarily defense. And now he's saying he wouldn't even sign the max extension until Jimmy Butler's off the team.
That's crazy.
And he just signed it yesterday, so let you know where they're putting the line in the same.
Right.
Yeah.
So, do you think it's something, not to be TMZ or anything?
Right.
I think it's something personal.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
I
what
think
he
Jimmy
does.
Butler did that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna talk about what we talking about, but
Yeah. No, for sure. Ain't no question. I mean, that has ruined a lot of relationships,
Larry
teammates.
Johnson, Lonzo Moore,
Larry Johnson. You go back to Steve Nash and Jason Richardson. You can go to Tony Parker and
Yeah.
Brent Berry,
Yeah.
Paul George,
Yeah.
Roy Hibbert.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of that, and it happens, and testosterone happens,
Yeah.
But the problem of the team, the biggest problem of the team is Andrew Wiggins. We want Andrew Wiggins to be this. He's not that player. He's just not. He's just, now you need him to step up to be that third player on that team. He did not step up. I think it's time for them. That's who needs to be traded.
Well,
But in turn, if he were to be traded, my bad, Jeff.
pretty good.
If you trade him now you can't because Cat and Jimmy had their situation. Now you're stuck with Wiggins, and you're on hell.
You never stuck.
Are you stuck? You just gave him $148 million.
They stuck.
Yeah.
You never was out. They stuck.
Yeah, sure.
My thing is with that, just real quick.
Yeah.
Wiggins, this is year.
Yeah,
he's
for
gonna
sure.
have to do it.
I need 25s out of him.
Easy.
I need an average of 25. He's not gonna play defense. I don't expect
I'm cool
him
with
to play
that.
defense.
Don't nobody play
I just
defense,
need
no way.
25, but at least act like he playing
Yeah.
defense.
Yeah.
And he don't
If
do
he
it.
give me 25, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, he can do that.
He's gonna
Andrew
have to.
Wiggins has every capability in his arsenal to average 25 points a game in the NBA.
Does he have to cut the braids to do it?
He should have never grown the braids. Most definitely. That's the fuck is wrong with him.
Let's keep it in the NBA.
Most definitely.
Oh, man. 1999 number 1 pick and 2-time All-Star Elton Brand was named general manager of the Philadelphia 76ers. Since 2016, Brand has held several positions in the Sixers front office. How big of a deal is this?
Huge deal.
Huge deal. I didn't see this one coming.
Yeah. I mean, you look at it, Elton Brand has seen every angle of the NBA.
Oh, yeah.
He's been the leader.
Yep.
He's been the agent superstar.
Yep.
He's been the superstar.
Mhm.
You know, and he's been the journeyman as well on the team. So he can relate to everybody. He's only 39 years old, so he can kind of relate to the player.
Yes.
Elton Brand is, Elton Brand at the end of the day. But the good thing about him being the Elton Brand that I'm talking about, he can meet with these Fortune 500 companies and blend in with that as well.
Absolutely.
The only thing that's weird to me is they said he has the title of GM, right?
Yeah.
But he won't have any final say on team decisions. Why give him the job then if he doesn't have final say? Is he a puppet then?
Yeah, exactly what he is.
Figure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Just look good for the spot.
Yeah. Coming off a 52-win season.
Yeah.
LeBron heading west. This is the year for the Sixers. And you put him out as the GM, air quotes.
Yeah.
That Duke education goes a long way.
Yeah, no, for sure. Let him rock.
It was a lot of wasted time for this though. This could have been early in the off season.
Hell yeah.
And he maybe could have made a bigger splash with this move.
He didn't get the last say so, but if something goes wrong, he gonna get the biggest
Oh,
blame.
yeah, for sure. All the blame is gonna be on him, but
he make a bad
he's the
trade or
figurehead. But and it's not even his trade.
Yeah.
You know. So we probably have seen a bunch of people that have been air quotes GMs, but they don't have any say, but they get all the blame. That's trash. Before we get started with halftime, let's talk about the 2019 NFL Super Bowl.
Okay.
Maroon 5 has unofficially been announced as the halftime performance of Super Bowl 52. People are wondering why in Atlanta, which has such a rich music history, that Maroon 5 was chosen over the likes of Outkast, T.I., Future, Ludacris, Usher, etc. to play the damn Super Bowl in Atlanta. In Atlanta. Jeff, you're a music person. Make this make sense to me.
This is the NFL being out of touch as usual. This is the NFL not wanting to give in and budge to the market that they don't want to cater to.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? They've had enough instances with rappers and they don't want to do it again.
Most of it.
Yeah, this was rough.
This is
it makes no sense. This is a layup.
This is Outkast, Migos, Childish Gambino. Let's go home.
Okay. It was easy.
That's it. That's a layup.
Yeah.
I understand not bringing T.I.
Yeah, I get
understand not bringing Future.
I get it.
Ludacris.
Yeah. If you can bring Ludacris.
Ludacris out there.
Yeah, but Outkast, the Outkast, Migos, and Childish Gambino is touching all audiences.
Yeah.
That's it.
And even if you just had Outkast,
Outkast.
The Outkast brought out special guests throughout the show.
Yeah.
It works.
It works. And you say, hey, you can't bring out Future. Hey, you can't bring out T.I. You can't bring out Jeezy.
Nah, can't bring Jeezy.
But you can, listen, Migos.
Yeah, you can spin the Migos.
Everybody's kid that watches the Super Bowl knows the Migos. Yeah. Everybody knows the Childish Gambino.
But what song would Childish Gambino do?
No, he would do.
He can't do This America.
No, he sure can't.
Not the NFL. NBA? Yeah.
He can do his last thing on the other album. He can do some songs.
He can't do this.
He can't do This America.
He can't do the body roll.
No.
Right. But the NFL, I mean, they're not hiding them.
Might sub him out for Luda.
Welcome to Atlanta.
Welcome to JD.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
The Atlanta version, they'll change the words.
They got a new one. They got a Falcons version. It's trash.
Yeah,
it's most definitely trash.
Rise up.
Yeah. Rise up.
Let's
get started with halftime, fellas.
Let's do it.
We're at the midway point. Enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
Halftime. We have another installment of Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. Coach Brown's a former TSU tight end and the current defensive coordinator for Hillsborough High School in Nashville, Tennessee. Shout out to the Burrows. Coach Brown will give an insight on hot topics from a former player and a current coach's perspective. Let's see what Coach Brown has to say this week.
Good evening. I am Coach Brown, and welcome to Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. We're going to jump right into it. We're going to start with basketball. We know that the top NBA player list just came out, and LeBron James headed that list Of course, he should have. Best player in the game. We saw a lot of names on this list. What do you guys think about this list? More importantly, I'm going to ask FSP this question. Who's the most overrated point guard in the NBA? I'll tell you. Kyle Lowry. Trash. I'm going to tell you that right now. Kyle Lowry is the most overrated point guard in the NBA. Moving on to college football. All right, UT fans. It's going to be tough right now. You know what? I'm going to pat you guys on the back and I commend you for continuously loving your team. Pruitt needs some time. Did you guys see the game? Florida's not even a great team. They may be okay, but UT, you're bad. You guys look like a group home for androgynous albino kids. So I don't know what was going on with y'all. Like, you couldn't hold on to the ball, you couldn't throw the ball, you couldn't run with the ball, you couldn't tackle. All the facets of football you guys couldn't do. You got to remember, y'all had a fool there for 3-4 years in Butch Jones. He was a damn fool. Moving on to the bum of the week. Man, goes out to the Virginia Tech Hokies. Hey, man, y'all lost to Old Dominion. Old Dominion sounds like the name of an alternate rock band. Come on, dude. You can't lose to Old Dominion. Can't happen. Bud Foster, definitely one of my inspirations as a defensive coordinator, one of the best defensive coordinators in the nation. They got cooked and cooked often and cooked bad. So with that said, hey, the Hokies, the fighting turkeys, you guys are the bum of the week. Hey, I am the coach, Coach Brown that is, Rue, and I'm gone.
And that is another installment of Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. First thing he talked about, the most overrated point guard in the NBA.
Wow.
Anybody got a...
I can't go wrong with Calvin Allen.
Yeah, his name is Cal. You still thinking about Calvin, really? I get that. His name is
Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
I would say the most overrated point guard in the NBA is, I would say Damian Lillard on my end. I would say, yeah, for sure.
You don't like Damian Lillard.
Well, I think he's just a whiner, you know. And,
You just don't
Drew
like
Holiday came in, and I'm talking about strapped him up.
Yeah.
For 4 games. Swept their ass. Get your ass on up out of here, first team. He was first team, second team.
Second team. No, Dame was first team.
Dame was first
Dame
team.
first team. Yeah.
You get put out in the first round, Drew Holiday, strapped him up. The most underrated point guard in the NBA is Michael Conley. He just hasn't played enough. So.
For sure.
You got a dog in this fight, Jeff?
I need to see a little more about Mike Conley before I say that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Mike Conley.
He just played for Memphis.
No, he's cold. I'm just saying I want to be on the court.
Oh, he has to play more.
So,
For sure.
That's all I want.
Yeah, for sure.
Kyle Lowry, I can't say it now. It's not a bad choice. I can't think of nobody that I would select over him at this point.
Yeah. I mean, proof's in the pudding, too.
Yeah.
Started a couple of All-Star games.
Yeah.
It's going to look different this year without DeRozan.
It's going to look a lot different.
Look a lot different.
Yeah.
Florida is okay at best, very disrespectful. But I would expect that coming from a Georgia fan.
Yeah, he got to say that.
And they got a fucking whip right now. They got
They
stacked.
2 players, yeah. But
Georgia's stacked.
Georgia's good.
Yeah.
I ain't going to make no excuse for Georgia.
Georgia's stacked, man. For sure. And, the Hokies, man. Fighting turkeys, keep on fighting, man. Most definitely. You're ready to start the second half.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
The second half is underway.
Second half of the Full Sport Press Podcast, man. It's top 5 college football running backs duo style.
Okay.
Where we get started, I'm J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Joe.
I'm Weezy.
And they can find the cameraman on IG at FSP_cameraman.
Alright.
Most definitely. Yeah, it's lit.
It's cool.
Yeah, that's behind the scenes
Controversy
of
waiting
the
to
Full Sport Press Podcast. Most definitely, man. IG style, man. Check him out. Check him out.
Check it out.
DM's over. Whoa!
Chill. Yeah, for real, chill, man.
I'm just kidding.
All right. So why limit yourself with one quality running back when you can have 2? Most definitely. Now, over the years, college football fans have watched some of the best running back duos in college football history. A duo doesn't necessarily have to operate in the traditional sense, Jeff. Sometimes a productive tandem is filled in for another back and not letting the team skip a beat.
Okay.
Now, to evaluate these duos, many of whom play behind different offensive lines against different opponents, production was the ultimate decider. Now, this list is limited to just running back duos. No QBs that were scramblers, for example. Tommy Frazier, Lawrence Phillips,
Great.
just the backfield.
Okay.
The FSP is here to break down the elite running back pairings that have dominated on the ground since 1996. Let's start off with our honorable mentions. The first tandem that we'll talk about is Leonard Fournette and Darius Geis at LSU in 2016. I think now that year they were trash. I think they went 7-6,
Right.
something like that.
No quarterback.
No quarterback. But people don't really realize that how good Darius Geis was on that team. He had 1,315 touchdowns, and he was first team All SEC, where Leonard Fournette was second team. So
he didn't play the whole season.
he was hurt.
Leonard Fournette was down like 6 games.
For sure. And Darius Geis, he would have been the second best pure runner in this draft had he not tore his ACL for the Washington football team this year. But Fournette, it was a short stay at LSU.
Of course.
But Darius Geis came the next year, did the exact same thing. Just wasn't there long enough to beat out some of these other pairings.
And they didn't play together long enough.
For sure.
Yeah, Fournette could have been one and done.
Should have been.
Fournette didn't have to go. He didn't have to go to college, dog.
Fournette could have been one and done.
Fournette could have came out of high school.
His
dog.
second and third year, they were just saving him.
Just
Yeah.
saving him.
Just saving
Yeah,
him.
just
You
making
run-
sure you didn't get hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
Run between the tackles,
Yeah.
He's guard the balance we have to.
Yeah. The next one is Travis Henry, Jamal Lewis, a classic duo
Underrated.
in Tennessee, 1999. I think they spent multiple years together and brought an actual national championship to the Vols
With an asterisk.
with an asterisk. But these two guys, man, were sheer power and a little bit of just gruesome, like, between the tackle. Two power backs that you don't really see unless you're in the SEC.
You did not want to play them. With that offensive line, with both, there was no playoff. There was no plays off of it. Like, there was no speed back. It was all straight down the middle, pause. We're going to run through you every time.
Straight down the collar.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And the two ranked first and fifth on the Vols career rushing list, so let you know what they did during their run.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Joe Mixon, Samaj P. Ryan, Oklahoma, 2015-2016. One of the big questions surrounding Oklahoma that year, what they're going to do about their running game. And Joe Mixon and P. Ryan did that for 2 straight seasons. P. Ryan rushed for 1,000 in 2 of his 3 seasons and finished his career with 51 touchdowns from scrimmage. So I think Mixon was a better receiver.
I agree.
For sure. But those two were
P. Ryan was hard.
P. Ryan.
He rushed for 500 yards in one game. No, 400.
400. For
400
sure.
yards,
He sure did. Yeah, P. Ryan was a dog.
Yeah.
Now he plays for the Washington football team too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Look at P. Ryan. Yeah.
It's all right.
That's crazy. All right, let's get started with this list, Jeff. You can kick it off.
All right, we got Lawrence Maroney and Marion Barber from Minnesota.
Yeah.
2005.
Yeah.
Hey,
Marion
They-
Barber. Go ahead, Joe.
Now, go ahead.
Go ahead. Now, go ahead. You got it.
My mom, shout out to D. Harris. He has a joke about Marion Barber.
What's the joke?
Meek Mill is the Marion Barber of rap. He got one speed.
Got one speed.
Downhill.
Downhill. It's true. Yeah.
They both went for 1,000 yards in 2003 and 2004.
Mm.
They just didn't have a lot of talent around them.
They did not.
Yeah.
It was 7-6. Both
You
years.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah. But listen, for 2 running backs to get 1,000 in one season, which this list is full of,
Right.
hey man, both of them played in the league.
Mhm.
Lawrence Maroney was trash in the league though. It did not transition to the league.
Nah, for
But
sure.
but I'm telling you, man, those two dudes, man, those 2 years of powerful combination, man, at the same damn time, they just needed some help around them.
Yeah,
Right.
most definitely.
Yeah.
And this style of running back, the reason why they work because this style of running back is extinct now. They're
Mm.
all power.
All
They have
power.
no moves.
Yeah.
Neither one of them can catch out the backfield.
Nah, this is just.
But you don't want to tackle Marion Barber going downhill.
No.
Hell no. Hell no. Hey, look, he tired.
Our formation.
Yeah,
let's
it's
go
the
ahead.
same thing.
Man.
It's the same power eye.
Power out.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
This is right before the spread.
Yeah, it was.
Right before
Yeah.
the spread. Or right
Yeah,
at the brink of the spread.
Yeah.
Sure. Speaking of the spread,
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Chris Rainey, Jeff Demps, University of Florida, 2008 through 2011.
Yeah.
This is the best tandem that we had during Urban Meyer's tenure at Florida.
Okay.
It's just crazy, crazy fast. As far as a tandem, we had some good running backs. We had Kelvin Taylor. We had players.
Yeah,
but as
not
far
like
as
this. Not
but
like
this.
this.
And they played together all 4 years. Neither one of them either rushed for 1,000 yards.
They
But
didn't have to.
They didn't have to.
Yeah.
You can line them up.
Yeah.
You can line them up as kick returners. You can line them up as slot receivers. They were everywhere, man. 7.8 yards per carry for each player during their time at Florida.
Speed.
And you're not gonna catch any of them from behind.
Hell no.
Once it was first one to the corner.
Yeah.
They made it to the corner with nothing you could do.
And both of them were Olympic fast.
Yeah.
Stupid fast.
Yeah.
Dude, Tim Tebow was our running back that year. These two guys were our speed backs. That's it.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Was Percy Harvin on this team too?
Percy Harvin's on that team too.
That's crazy.
Yeah, just dumb.
World class.
Just world class. Percy Harvin's one of my biggest disappointments in the NFL. He was the number one player in high school. Numerous
Unstoppable
awards in college.
Yeah.
And the NFL, he was great his first couple of years.
He got
Just migraines.
Did he get an Super Bowl MVP that year?
No, but he came in. He was hurt the whole year. Came in. Did he take a kickback?
Yeah,
He
took
took
the
a
first
kickback.
year.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what. Okay.
Insane though.
Yeah.
One of the best athletes I've ever seen.
Person.
Oh, it's not even close. Percy Harvin's insane.
Yeah, these guys were the first. Well, Percy Harvin's crazy.
Yeah.
But Dempsey Rainey though.
And yeah, I think Percy was a wideout.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like y'all gave him something in the backfield too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you.
He had special plays for him. I remember playing.
Hell
I remember
yeah.
them years.
Oh, this one's
It was
trying to
rough.
say.
It was
Hell
rough
yeah.
for me.
And let me
No
tell you
lie.
something else.
Here we
That team was so. And I'm done with my Florida talk after this. We recruited Joe. You know, we recruited Joe Hayden to play quarterback.
Yeah.
And the first day there, he played cornerback. He had never played on defense his whole life, and played cornerback for 4 years at a really, really high level.
That's
To the
High
point,
now.
that's just insane.
Yeah, that was a lot of talent. I wonder how y'all got that talent. All right, let's move on to let's move on to Chris Brown and Weezy's guy, DeMarco Murray,
Yeah.
Oklahoma, 2007 to 2009. That's your guy, right?
Yeah, do I take the mark on Murray?
I'll take
Yeah.
Marco Murray too.
Chris Brown, he was a guy too, right?
Yeah, he
tight,
was a tight
yeah.
show.
Yeah, it's a tight backfield.
Yeah.
Tight man.
Yes.
Both of them had weird running. They went real weird.
Yeah.
Both of them did.
Yeah.
This one, out of all the people we have on the list,
Mm-hmm.
I probably saw these two the least in college.
Yeah.
Because I don't watch a lot of Oklahoma football.
Yeah. It's hard. We don't get a lot of Big 12
Yeah,
games.
Big 12. Big 12 is not really my favorite. I watch Pac-12. I watch Big 12.
Okay.
I mean, once they got to Sports Center, thing like the highlights was crazy.
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah.
for sure.
And the running style, like you said, were weird. But
Yeah.
I like DeMarco Murray in college, though. He was unstoppable.
Yeah, with that tandem,
Yeah.
Chris Brown was a better back while he was there together at the
Yeah.
same time. But they played a national championship game. He was the lead back.
Yeah.
He had 1,000. DeMarco Murray had 1,000. While Chris Brown had 20 touchdowns. DeMarco Murray had 14. So they were just unstoppable. I think their quarterback was Sam Bradford.
Yeah.
And they averaged 51 points a
The
game.
game.
That's
Yeah.
insane. Yeah.
I think one of the years is when they won that championship.
Yeah. For sure. And I know Sam Bradford won the Heisman. So, I mean, you put up 51 points a game, two running backs with
It's
1,000.
hard to deal with.
Now, they didn't match it the next year, but they did combine for 2,121 touchdowns that next year. And that was the year of DeMarco Murray that next year. But a great tandem. Just didn't really translate for Chris Brown in the NFL like we assumed.
Well,
He was a straight up runner.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's hard.
And he came in after Eddie George.
Yeah.
It was
He was one of those tall backs.
Yeah.
That, he's going to take him Eddie George.
No.
But he didn't.
no, he did.
Straight up, like you said, straight up.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Nothing to do with that.
Let's move on to the next one, man. Eddie Lacy, T.J. Yeldon, Alabama, 2012. This is the squad that most people don't even think about when you think of the pairings that Alabama has every year, like they have this year, with the kid from California and Damian Harris.
Yeah.
Eddie Lacy was a power back,
Yeah.
and T.J. Yeldon is the speed back.
Yeah.
And this set the precedent that Mark Ingram has said before that we'll talk about in a few. But it didn't make it any easier when you got Amari Cooper on the outside. You got A.J. McCarron throwing the ball in the air. You got DJ Fluker, Chance Warmack, and on defense you got D. Milner, who's the best cornerback on the team. Can't even play in the NBA and the NFL right now. He can't even get a gig. And he was locked down in
First round
college.
pick, too.
He was locked down in college. We ain't what we talking about. I couldn't believe that Johnny Manziel and beat them this year with that squad, with all of that talent. Johnny Man, and that started the folklore of Johnny Manziel.
Johnny, that was Mike Evans, right? He was doing
Like hell yeah,
So
yeah.
those games, those highlights of Johnny scrambling in the backfield, making those plays, that's what it was. It was
Yeah.
just, but
Yeah,
these two running tandem were great.
Yeah, I think this was the most balanced running back duo that Alabama has had, and they had another championship trophy in the can.
Now, who would have thought T.J. Yeldon would have the pro career, the longer pro career?
Over Eddie Lacy.
Yeah.
This is the thing, too, but we talk about this, too. Dude, T.J. Yeldon can do more.
Right.
Running backs have to be able to catch out the... Eddie Lacy ain't catching nothing.
Nah.
He ain't catching nothing.
The reason why T.J. Yeldon sticks in the NFL, he don't even look like a typical Alabama running back.
That's true.
He's not a big power back.
Nah.
He can catch the ball in the backfield. People just don't use him that way for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I wish Titan got him. But anyway.
Got who? Eddie Lacy?
No.
Yeah.
T.J. Yeldon.
Oh, got T.J. Yeldon.
Yeah.
Listen, what I'm trying to tell you. T.J. Yeldon, I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Okay.
He the best running back in Jacksonville. He just don't get enough totes. He's better than Fournette.
For today's football, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Catch him out the backfield, for
Man,
sure.
he do way more.
But can he stay on the field, though?
Yes.
Yeah, he just don't get to because you have Leonard Fournette there.
But you remember there were years before Fournette got there.
It's true.
He was there, too.
He was there.
And it didn't really pan out the way they thought it would. That's why they drafted Fournette.
I agree 100%. You have to have two running backs now. If you don't have two running backs in the NFL and one is power, one is a speed back, I'm telling
Unless
you.
you got
yeah.
Or Saquon Barkley.
Or Ty Gurley.
Oh, well, those are the guys that can do it all.
Yeah.
Those are anomalies.
It's a few.
For sure.
Let's move on to Monty Ball and James White.
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
2010, 2012. That's Big Ten football.
That's Big Ten football.
Ain't
bullshit.
Hey, these boys right here.
Yeah.
Monty Ball.
Yeah. It wasn't always fun to watch.
You're damn lie.
Now,
They
they was
won-
running for 30, 50 yards.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it was a drag down. On the game, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But before I power running and getting, it's Big Ten.
Dude, Monty Ball scored 80 touchdowns in college.
Good.
That's crazy.
Dude, that's insane.
Good gracious.
Dude, his final 2 seasons long average, he had 3,700 yards, 55 touchdowns. And then you go with White, he had 1,000 one year, and then 1,000 the next year.
Yep.
Monty
So,
Ball's top 5, I think, or top 10.
man, dude, Monty Ball was a damn animal, dog. And you got to think about it. They had Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
So you
That
still,
1 year.
yeah, that 1 year. So you still had, they were getting most of the shine. And Russell Wilson was just there. He was riding the coattails of Monty Ball, man. Dude, he should have won that Heisman that year.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Man, Monty Ball was a dog,
Monty
man.
Dog.
Man, he was shattered every record in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would take him to the 50-yard line all the way down the field.
Yeah.
James White would come in, one move, and go to the house.
Dude, he broke a record with 13 straight multiple touchdown games, scored the most points ever by a non-kicker. Come on, man. I can't even believe that James White even got this 141 carries that he did get.
Monty Ball is
That was
not
our
in the
breathing
NFL
period.
today.
Man.
Monty Ball is not nowhere near the NFL.
And they ain't nowhere near the NFL. That's the
didn't
crazy
translate
thing. If
well.
we go back and look at these people, it's maybe one or two. Like one of those guys made and one didn't in every duo.
Yeah.
Not both are successful.
No.
That's insane.
Not yet. We haven't
Not
had
yet,
one yet.
for sure.
Well, I mean, you could argue Chris Brown and DeMarco. Chris Brown he had 4 years.
If.
That's true.
Yeah,
For
sure.
Let's move on.
yeah. Let's move on to Mark Ingram and Trent Richardson. This is where you begin.
This is it.
This is it right here. This is the breakthrough season when they restored that Alabama pride. And the middle of that was Mark Ingram and Trent Richardson. They rushed for 400 times between the two of them, dog.
This is the best running
That's
back I've
insane.
seen come out of them. These two.
You think so?
To me, for sure.
Yeah.
Who's better than these two?
I think Derrick Henry up there.
Derrick Henry was a beast.
Yeah,
His
by
duo,
himself, though.
he was really by himself.
Yeah, that's why.
That's why
You said it's the best tandem.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. You said they were the best backs, period. My bad.
Yeah.
I misunderstood what you said. That's my bad.
But I'm telling you now, Ingram won a Heisman.
Yeah.
Richardson was the centerpiece to get him to win that first national title with Alabama.
Yeah.
Those guys do 1,617 touchdowns. And I didn't know
Okay.
Ingram had 334 receiving yards.
Nah, I didn't know that.
I didn't know. I thought he was all
Power.
left, right.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
Sweep left, sweep right.
Yeah, and then
ISO left, ISO right.
dude, and you bring Trent Richardson in as a true freshman.
Yeah.
And he still get 800 rushing yards, 8 touchdowns. That's crazy, man. But
That was a lot. Man, that was.
I still can't believe Trent Richardson.
that was my next thing. I cannot believe that Trent Richardson is not playing in the NFL at the end of his career right now.
I just can't believe.
I can't believe that. He was so good at Alabama, dog.
No,
I mean, yeah.
Trent Richardson, I think Trent Richardson is an NFL cornerback to me. At least he got more of a stand than he did.
I don't know what. Yeah, this is more because that's
a lot.
Because didn't he go to the CFL? No,
He played for Cleveland.
No, he's talking about he played for the CFL.
Yeah,
he played in the CFL
right now.
Maybe this year. I know last year for
he
sure.
Was trying to make
a comeback. Yeah.
That's tough.
Crazy.
That's tough, man.
Move on to Ronnie Brown.
Yeah.
And Cadillac Williams from Auburn 2002 to 2004.
This is it.
This might be the best one.
This is it
on our list.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Not my pick, but just stat for stat, how they control the ball and what they do. They were rough.
Hey man. How you both name the first team all SEC?
See what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
They were the offense.
Man.
Let's keep it real. You didn't worry about anything passing the ball.
And then they both go top 5. Come on, man. Ronnie Brown went number 2. Cadillac went 5.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about how Ronnie Brown went 2.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so them both being top 5 picks in 2005.
Yep.
Cadillac 3,800 career rushing yards. Brown had 2,700 career rushing yards. They should have won the national championship that year. They missed it.
Yeah.
They should have won the national championship that year.
I think they shared
it. It was a shared tie.
Yeah.
They never say Auburn won it in 2000.
That was still BCS.
Yeah, it was still BCS. But I'm telling you, I've never seen 2 running backs so dominant in the SEC in the same backfield until I saw maybe Ingram and Richardson. But these guys played together.
Like Jeff said, they were the offense.
They were the offense.
I remember their quarterback.
They were undefeated. I don't know who the hell they was. It Jeff Blake's son? Nah, it was somebody worse than that.
Who cares?
Who cares who
they was? Hand the ball off.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all you had to do was hand the ball off.
Yeah, most definitely. Let's move on to Felix Jones and Darren McFadden, man.
Shout out Sean
Arkansas 2000. Shout out Sean Watts, man. Between them, this is the thing about them. They were very similar running backs.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. Because both could catch and both could run.
Felix was a little faster.
Felix, I don't know now. Oh, hey now.
Once McFadden got going, though.
Hey, that's my first step go.
Yeah.
They both ran stupid, though. It was very awkward.
Okay.
Yeah, but both of them top 1,000 yards rushing in 2006. And they led Arkansas to a SEC West championship. So that's something that they ain't done since they left, for sure.
This is the first time I've seen both in the backfield. They were handing the ball off to each other. It wasn't no quarterback out there.
Yeah,
they were handing the ball off to each other.
And if it wasn't for our great year, they would have won a national championship that year. We beat them in the SEC championship. Yeah. So you got to think about it. McFadden won the Doak, and Jones was semifinalist. Yeah. That's insane, man.
Same team.
And then you got to think about it, too. That third running back was Peyton Hillis.
It got him in the league.
What?
It got him cover man.
He was on the cover man. Dude, I mean, if you look at that tandem, I just don't see anybody that's been more productive in college as far as accolades, as far as winning, as far as the duration than those two.
No, I don't see nobody
either. I'm telling you. I just don't see it.
The next group got something to say.
Yeah, but come on.
The next group got something to say.
But listen, man, you got to think, too. The Arkansas team don't look nothing like these teams that we talking about. The Arkansas team was them. The best year they had was 8-5.
Right.
And they damn near had 3,000 in 1 year. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He go my pick.
Uh-oh.
Reggie Bush and Lyndon White.
Thunder and Lightning.
With USC 2003 to 2005.
Hey, man.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
This was a video game on your TV.
Sure.
Between whatever Reggie Bush did, whatever he wanted to do, and whatever he missed, Lindell cleaned it up. You know what I'm saying?
1 year, it was like, what's going on out here?
Like, every play was a highlight.
Now, you look at them, it's insane. Reggie Bush had 17 1 year. Lindell had 13. To think that Lindell White rushed for 1,300 yards is a second back?
Come on, man.
Dude, they got 99 career touchdowns.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Like, in the national championship game, Lindell had the game of his life.
Yeah.
To keep, because Texas was going to pull away from him for a minute.
Yeah.
And, because Reggie was having a bad, had the fumble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and Lindell brought him back.
Yeah.
They were fun to watch, dude.
I think they were the perfect complements to each other.
I agree with that.
Out of everybody on this list, I think they complemented each other the most.
Because they understood.
Yeah.
You go out the outside, he had the moves.
Yeah.
Lindell White, go get a first down.
Yeah, interior, and big time speed with Bush. I thought Reggie Bush would be a Hall of Famer. There's nothing that
Me
in
too.
watching him at USC,
No lie.
there was nothing that showed me that he would even sniff. He's not even gonna sniff Hall of Fame contention.
And if you think about it, Lindell White had the better pro career.
No, hell no, no.
Lindell White has Reggie Bush ever rushed for 1,000 yards?
Yeah.
Reggie Bush.
I don't think
expectations-
so.
Maybe once.
His expectations
Once.
was just so high.
Yeah,
that
he did.
never lived up to those expectations. That's what it is about Reggie Bush. The Reggie Bush
Yeah,
had a
that's
solid,
what it was.
He had a solid NFL career.
I know Lindell White.
White.
I know Lindell White has more touchdowns than Reggie Bush.
I mean, I can see that. Yeah, that makes sense. But
Lindell
I'm
was
telling
like
you,
And more 80-yard runs.
you like a big running back like that.
Hey man, you know it's something. It's something to watch. you
Reggie
know?
Bush rushed for 1,000 in 2011 with Miami,
Yep.
and 2013 with Detroit. He had 900
With the
two
Saints,
times.
was that?
Yeah, it was with Miami.
Okay.
Yeah, he had never had over 500 rushing yards with the Saints.
Mm.
That's insane.
crazy.
That's crazy.
That's what people remember him from. With the Saints.
Yeah, for sure. That's what he won a Super Bowl with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, and let's talk about it.
Okay.
This is the most current, and I think the biggest sleeper on this list, which I think is the best team, well, the duo on the team is Nick Chubb, Sonny Michel.
I don't know about that, Jay.
Hey, y'all,
They were
They were
good.
good.
They were
Hey, man.
good.
They were good.
Nick Chubb was a monster.
Yeah,
listen, man. They were just injured.
that's it.
Injuries hurt these guys.
You got it, man.
But, dude, only Herschel Walker rushed for more yards.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. And it wasn't even by a lot. Nick Chubb had 4,500 rushing yards, and Sonny Michel had 3,500.
They were look.
Total.
They were killing, but the injuries hurt this.
Injuries hurt them. Teams them not having a quarterback hurt
Yeah,
them.
not living up to expectations.
Yes, expectations
Yeah.
for the team.
And honestly, I thought they were going to drop off. This right after Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
Keith Marshall. I was like, oh, man, they're going to be that good.
Yeah.
Listen,
right
man.
back.
Listen, they have the most rushing yards ever by a tandem in college football history.
Mm.
By a pair of teammates.
Yeah.
Dude, 8,000 total yards between the two.
I think it's
That's a
just
good number.
That's a great number.
Dude, that's insane.
I think it's so recent.
It's too soon. I get that.
Yeah.
And they didn't win shit. And a lot of these teams, you look at
you got
Lindell,
championship memories. Or
You got
something,
Heisman.
and things like that.
but I'm telling you,
Yeah.
just pure raw numbers and duration.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb, Sonny Michel. Dude, Sonny Michel in his career averaged 7.8 rushing yards per attempt.
Hope we do that tonight.
Would these two be
No.
the best pros on this
No.
list?
No,
That's a good question.
but they won't.
That's a good question. That's a good
Hey, let me
question.
tell you,
Besides Mark Ingram, who
Let
else?
me keep it a buck with y'all.
That's a good
Nick
question.
Chubb or Sonny Michel would never rush for 1,000 yards in the
I
NFL.
ain't been
I'm
Oh,
just telling you.
why do you think that?
Their games just don't translate to the NFL.
No, they just don't have it. This is it's just not their time yet.
Neither
I don't-
one will ever rush for 1,000 yards in the NFL.
I don't know about that.
I'm telling you.
No,
I'm telling you.
remember you said that.
And I will. And I'm telling you. But what we're talking about is high school.
Well,
And-
college.
college, my
Yeah,
bad.
Yeah, you good.
And these kids were beasts at Georgia.
Yeah.
They just didn't win.
Yeah.
They just didn't win. They didn't have a quarterback. The damn quarterbacks hurt them.
Oh, yeah, they have one.
They ain't never have a quarterback. Quarterbacks was trash.
So running back, you is who?
Oof. You know who?
I'm gonna say Georgia.
I mean, you gotta look at it. You got Garrison Hurst. You got No Sean Marino.
Ooh.
Come
Todd
on,
Gurley.
man. And Todd Gurley.
They
Woo.
also had Isaiah Crowell for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got Terrell Davis.
Yeah.
Then you got these two.
Come on now. And Garrison Hurst and Terrell Davis were there at the same time.
Yeah, just keep it up.
Let's keep it above.
Yeah.
But LSU has running backs too now.
Now listen. LSU has some damn running backs. LSU has some damn running backs.
LSU has running backs too.
Yeah,
now.
no, for sure. But the best on this list, if we're gonna talk about just all around,
It's Bush and Lindell.
because they did the most.
It's Bush and Lindell.
I think it's Felix Jones and Darren McFadden.
Okay.
Ooh.
You don't know, and also too, we don't talk about Cadillac enough. Cadillac is a beast, him and Ronnie Brown too, but
Yeah.
we went undefeated.
Yeah.
They went undefeated.
Yeah.
They went undefeated.
Bush and Lindell were part of one of the greatest college football teams ever assembled.
It's true. That's what puts the light on them so much.
Yeah.
But if Sonny Michel and them played in extra games, like bowl games, and that mattered,
Yeah.
we would talk more about.
I'm sitting here thinking about it. It might be Felix Jones and Deadman Fad, just
They
because you don't recruit
Mm-mm.
back then like offensive linemen like in the top of the SEC. These boys are still doing it.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? They don't have a big time O-line.
And then your third running back is on the cover man.
Hey,
Come on, man. Hey, man. I know for sure. Man, you would have told me that them boy Reggie Bush would just be
man, that's rough.
That hurt me. It hurt me talking about
That
it.
draft.
The draft is trash.
That draft.
Trash.
Man, coming out, that draft was both one of the best.
Mario Williams is in that draft?
Yeah.
Mario, I know Vince. I know Liner.
Reggie
Cutler.
Bush, Cutler.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Hey, man. That's college football running back duos, man.
None of the
FSP
boys are
style.
still playing.
Hell no.
That was a while ago.
It wasn't that long ago. People still playing from that draft.
That's 13 years ago.
That's about 15 years ago. It's about 13 years ago.
That's a long. Yeah.
That's a long career.
Yeah.
That's a long ass career. Let us know, man, what y'all think, man.
Yeah.
Who'd you say? You said
I got
Lindell.
Bush and Lindell.
I got Darren McFadden and Felix Jones.
Gotcha.
They were cold, man.
Yeah,
They were cold, man.
I'm gonna go with Monty Ball and James White.
Hey, man, people ain't talking about Monty Ball.
Monty
Ball, but it was so one-sided. Like, as far as even shit.
Yeah.
But
Michel
Monty Ball and
was
James
so
White, you
good.
knew what was coming, and they still did. You knew what was coming.
You knew what was coming with Reggie Bush and them, too, though. Especially when
Nah,
Lindell was back
they,
then.
they had a squad.
They had a squad.
They had a squad.
It was pick your poison with them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, it was. That's it, man.
that's a good show.
That was fun, man. For sure. What else we gotta talk about?
It's basketball time, man.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
It's on the horizon. Yeah, there's no
40 weeks of basketball. My goodness.
He hate basketball. That's funny. That's funny. Shout out to basketball.
Shit. It's 40 weeks of basketball.
Yeah, for sure. Top 7.
No, we're gonna do better this year, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Basketball gonna be good this year, though.
Yeah. No arguments this year.
Shout out to Tiger Woods. He won.
Yeah, shout out to Tiger.
He won a tournament?
Tiger
Yeah,
Woods won.
yeah.
Shout out to
5 birdies yesterday.
Yeah, bird him up. Shout out to Tiger. Tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend
Tell a friend.
about that Full Sport Press podcast. Wheezy.
Everything paid for, baby.
Jeff.
Camera's always on, brother.
The revolution will be podcasting, man. We are out. Shit, we.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast. To catch up on prior episodes, visit the SoundCloud page. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.